So we're looking at homework from section 3.2, specifically question number 4. Let's go ahead and read the problem statement. Determine whether the following statement is true or false. If it's false, rewrite it as a true statement. If two events are independent, then the probability of A given B is equal to the probability of B. So we have several choices here, but one of the things we might want to do is review the definitions of independent events and the definition of the multiplication rule. So let's look at independent events first. Two events are independent if the occurrence of one of the events has no effect on the probability of the other event's occurrence. And when that happens, the probability of B given A equals the probability of B. If two events are not independent, then they are dependent. Okay, so if we look at that definition, probability of B given A equals probability of B, and compare that to the original statement of the problem, we can see that in the first part of the equation, the A and the B are in reversed position in the original problem from where they are in the definition. So that means that this statement is false. We immediately get to cross out option C. So then when we're looking at the other options, A, B, and D, it's very, very tempting to choose option B, because the reason that we were kicking the original statement to the curb, saying that it was false, is because it had probability of A given B instead of probability of B given A. And so in statement B, we see, oh, we've got probability of B given A, yay! But it's not the right answer, because on the other side it's wrong now. So it should be probability of B given A equals the probability of B, but in option B it tells us it's equal to the probability of A. So that means B is false. It's out. So the only remaining options are A and D. Now let's go ahead and look at the definition of the multiplication rule. So the multiplication rule tells us that the probability that event A occurs and then event B occurs is given by the formula. Probability of A and B equals probability of A times probability of B given A. And then if we luck out and get independent events, then the probability of A and B equals the probability of A times the probability of B. So when we look up at our choices, A and D, A is the right choice, right? We can see that we've got that statement, probability of A and B equals probability of A times the probability of B, which is in the very last part of this multiplication rule statement, the part that says if the events are independent, then probability of A and B equals probability of A times probability of B. So the answer here is option A. That's your answer.